All right, what is up? Welcome to the Morning Wood presented by PropFinder. Guess what? We've got Morning Wood every day, Monday through Friday, pretty much forever. We're going to go right into NFL, then we're going to go right into NBA, and we'll talk a little bit about MLB today. But like the PropFinder tool is going to be every sport, and I'm so fired up. They're even going to have hockey. If you look at the top here, they've got college football already. I can't do college football in Massachusetts, so I skipped that. But if you can do it, they got WNBA. They're going to have every sport, and they're good. What's up, Matthew Riley? Shalir, Owen, Jam, dude, damn. ISO, man, we're back. It was a tough couple days without you guys, but we got it all figured out. And I'll be honest with you, I cannot wait to hit all these games. But we're gonna just hit Thursday. Obviously that's today and that's tonight's game. I learned a couple things, which is bananas. I didn't even know you could do this. Okay, so if you're on PropFinder right now, what you can do is you click your this thing, right? The top right corner, the little picture of you. What's up, Coocher? What's up, Beater Sleds? I think today's the day. Yep, today is the day. Click that. You go to settings, right? This is, dude. Yeah, no, Owen, we did keeping it 1,000 hit yesterday. You know what's crazy? I watched that whole game thinking I had Freddie Freeman. I had Freddie Freeman on a splash slip. I had Otani in that one. Bang. That was crazy. Like I was kind of mad. I was like, man, like what the hell? You know what I mean? Like Freddie, you can't do anything. They intentionally walked him with a guy on. He was about to get a hit. You know, the worst part was I didn't know he got intentionally walked. So I refreshed the score app because my wife was watching TV and I saw 7. They had 5 when Freddie came up. So I'm like, yes, Freddie got a hit in RBI. No, he got intentionally walked. It was the next guy that knocked in 2 runs, but whatever. Oh, and you're right. The like button might be broken. Everybody check it out for me. Just hit like just to see. But check this out. Go up to that little icon up there, the little picture. It should be us. Maybe we can put our own picture up there. Settings. Preferred sports books. Odds. So you can set yours to decimal or American, which is fine. Hit rate style, you can just go to this. I like both, but check this shit out. Manage sports books. Bang. I didn't have everything clicked. DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM. I put all the ones that I have on, like in Massachusetts. Check this shit out, dude. They've got Caesars, ESPN, ProfitX, Splash. Nobody has Splash. And I'm going to tell you why that's important in just a second. But Fanatics, no vig. So I put all the ones that I have, even BetMGM, even though I'll never use BetMGM because they only let you bet like $2. Yeah, man, we bent them over, Kucher. They want to be back. So check this out, though. So now when we go to hit one of these, check this crazy shit out, dude. It lists all the best odds right there. So it's kind of like Juice Reel, like where you just see the odds right there. But when you go up to here, this is how I was finding this crap, dude. Watch this. So let's take Jake off. Let's just go without Jake. Jake's hitting. It shows that on the research page, it'll show the best odds right there. See that? Everywhere. That is bananas. That's so good. You can just see where it's best played, and then it'll take you there. Because I like that now. I'm kind of spoiled now where I need to see the best odds by the thing. But guess what? Kendrick Bourne, over 3.5 receptions, that's Splash. If you get 3 of those together, 2 of those together, use one of their boosts, you are way EV. Like crazy EV. What's up, Kenny? So that's, I mean, this just changed my life. I didn't know you could even do that. So change all the books. Make sure that you have all the books that you use, and you'll be able to use it like that. Yet another thing that this thing does. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What will they come up with next? I don't know. All right, let's go. So we're going to go NFL first, obviously. That's how we roll. Let's go defensive matchups. We could look at the touchdown screen, but we can get everything we want from whatever screen we want it. It looks like this is important because the Niners defense, they play zone at a 67% clip, which is that's a zone team. You know what I mean? Marv, what's up, dude? Rams defense plays at 62%. So we're looking at guys who can beat zone, which is obviously awesome. But yeah, at splash, McCaffrey's receiving yards. So McCaffrey, dude, we could just make EV splash slips like they're, I don't know, candy. I don't even know if that's a thing, but whatever. It's fine. You know what I meant. Hang on, I'm on the other side. Getting shit done. Yeah. Oh, they took Bourne's receptions off of splash. They knew. 40.5 receiving yards is still pretty good, though. What's McCaffrey's rushing yards or receiving yards? Sorry. Ooh, they took that off too. Damn it. They knew, bro. They knew. They knew. Fuck, they know. All right, here we go. Check it out. So McCaffrey, you would look at his card like this. Anytime TD, you can switch it to rush attempts, rushing yards, longest rush, rushing, receiving. So we're good. Do you know what I mean? Like we're rushing, receiving is probably where you want to go with this guy. Ooh, Matthew Riley's got a parlay in the chat. Yeah, no, Jake's gonna go through. Sam G. I think they're watching us, dude. They know. But anyways, rushing inside zone is where the Rams can have problems. Power rush, they get pushed off, but McCaffrey doesn't really get a lot of those. But that's a good thing to know for rushing yards, right? Like the inside zone. He's 23% of his are there. Outside zone, not great with it, but I'm not sure that we can really take much stock into that. I'm not sure why I know that, but coverage, bang. All right. So against man, seven targets, 6 receptions, zone. So he's getting targeted way more in zone. Run a lot more routes, but whatever. So if you wanted to, you could take these numbers right here, divide them by 5. I mean, you're about the same, but he's getting targeted no matter what is basically all that's saying. So receptions would probably be the way to go for McCaffrey. The only problem is it's like 6.5. That's a ton. Will he get those? Probably. He's probably going to catch 7 to 8 balls tonight. Like floor, I would think. I mean, he gets targeted all the time. But I think it's a little easier to go with a Kendrick Bourne type zone. Obviously, he has the numbers here, but 10 targets. I mean, it's tough because this isn't the same type of game he's been in. He's had Ricky twice in the 2 games he started with Mac Jones. Ricky Purcell twice has played. He's not playing tonight. I don't think I'm saying that guy's name right. We should Purcell. And then he's had whatchamacallit. Juwan played the other 2 games, or one of those games. So he's had guys blocking his receptions twice. I don't think that's happened. Ricky Pearsall. Yep. So he is going to be in line for receptions. I took 5+ at FanDuel. I think they get behind in this game. I'll tell you why in a second, because I think that they're going to be able to run the ball on these guys, the Rams. And I bet you the Rams play this thing from ahead. Should be a slower pace game because the Rams like sit on the ball, but whatever. You know what I mean? We'll get to baseball. Sorry, Juan. We'll get to baseball. I already wrote an article today. I did multiple tweets. Like I'm beasting. pretty much broke this game down. Did all my splash picks. Like I'm so ready for this this whole weekend. It's not even funny. That's a great way to think. MDRC. That's how you got to be thinking. What's up, Dumbo? So Bourne's receptions, I do like his yards though. If you look at his zone, I mean, again, it's 7 yards a catch, so there is that. He does have man stuff. Man stuff, if he beats his man, that's probably more yards. You probably want yards over receptions there. If it's a zone team, you probably want receptions over yards. That's just the way I kind of look at it. Sometimes they kind of sit down in the zone. They get the reception, but nothing after the catch. This guy's gotten 30 yards after the catch, so pretty much. What's up, Money Mike? And then let's take a look at Jake. He's my other guy. So he's filling in for George Kittle. He has been fine. He had kind of a breakout game last time. Let me get stretched out. I think we can go with Jake near the goal line for a touchdown. I think that's fine. Anytime touchdown. Look, they're all listed right there. Bang. I love that. I don't know how to change it back, dude. It also has the under at Novig too, so you know if oh, Kenny, they don't have that, so you know if you can arb it. But anyways, Jake, this zone, that's great. Opponent, when you click there, you're gonna see how the Rams cover. So when you click opponent, it shows how the Rams cover. It just shows you a bunch of things. Like, so the Rams targets 25 times the tight ends have been targeted against the Rams. Here's the thing. One of those games was against the Eagles, and they only targeted Goddard twice. They just threw the ball to the receivers. They don't really target the tight end. So that's one thing. I wish we had more context, but you can look at that. Sorry. I got up too early, guys. I got up too early. That's all there is to it. Coming through here, though. Average yards, they're ranked 10th in the 10th worst, I think. So 8 yards per reception to the tight end position. I mean, they're just there. You know what I mean? They are a tight end team. You can target the tight ends against them. Tyler Warren had a decent game the other day. I think their run defense is decent. They do get pressure on the quarterback, which is a good thing to know. Another thing, all right, so when you look at team defensive stats, here's what I looked at too. You can just get rid of the columns. Like if I don't want pass attempts, if I don't want completion percentage, I take it out. And I can make my very own sack yards, pass twos, take all those. I can just make my very own chart. I didn't know you could do that. Just learned that the other day. I was messing around. Yeah, check this out. So defensive matchups. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where it is. How do I get to that screen? I think it's down here. Check this out. So this is it. So you click on Jake. This is Obrax. This is where it's at. Good call. So you click on Jake and you see all this. Check this shit out, dude. Watch this. You go down. This shows you the game logs of all the tight ends that these guys played. What they're going to do at some point is let them know that that's a tight end 1. Okay? So they'll show you the tight end 1. Here's the thing. They've given up a touchdown to the tight end in each of the last 2 games. That's good. Yeah, I know, Obrax. I know. Thanks, bud. So that just shows you touchdowns, right? So here's the thing. Now you can go, I like them for receptions. So you just click on receptions, and then you go down, and you go just like this. So now it shows you Tyler Warren. His line was 4.5. He ended up catching 5 balls. He was targeted 6 times, 70 yards. That dude, Goddard, his line was 3.5. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Yeah, I got Matthew Riley. I took Jake 2+ with Kendrick Bourne 4+. It's like plus 112 with no boost. Save my money for the boost. I'll use it. So now what we're going to do is look at Chig. It's, dude, this is bananas that you can do this. You can see Schultz. You don't have to go. I used to use the score app and I would just click into each game, but you can literally see exactly what each tight end has done against them. They're going to move it to tight end 1. They'll say 1 against them. You know what I mean? Tight end 1 for Chig, tight end 1 for Dallas, and then tight end 2 for the other ones. That way you just kind of know, like, all right, like, just because Ogletree didn't do anything, well, he wasn't supposed to. He didn't even have a line. I wish they didn't have the guys that didn't have a line. You know what I mean? That is so legit. Well, guess what? If you wanted receiving yards, you go up there, you get on the receiving yards, and then you just scroll down. So now you can see what every tight end did. 70 for Warren, 33 for Goddard, 35 for Chig. So the last 3 guys have literally, the last 3 tight ends have literally gone over this number, over their number against them because they have what their line was. Dude, this site is amazing. Is amazing. So Jake is on my list. I got him 2+ receptions, 4+ for Bourne. I like his yards too. I think I got him 30+. I mean, I don't understand how he doesn't have a decent night because the Rams do get pressure. So that's another thing. We got alt hit rates. I'm not a big hit rate guy, but they do show you hit rates. Like, this is PropFinder, by the way. If you don't have PropFinder, there's a link in the description. It is dirt cheap. It has every sport, and it's even cheaper with promo code SLOP. It's like $15 a month. With promo code SLOP, it's like $10 a month. It gives you every sport and like every single type of thing you could possibly want. That's my favorite part. It has every single sport, and it has the stats that actually matter. None of the nonsense. On the Rams side, I think Devontae Adams makes sense for a touchdown. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous right here. We're getting end zone targets pretty soon. I want to see those as well. But for receiving yards, I would think maybe some of the Rams. Obviously, Puka's in play, but I like Kyron Williams rushing. Inside zone, the 49ers just don't stop it. Yeah, Matthew Riley, I'll be honest with you. I'm hooked on Juice Reel too. It's just better. Like, you want to be more efficient because, like, people got to work. People got families. They have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be on the phone all the time, like, looking stuff up. So if you're on sites that actually have the noise blocked out and just the stuff you need, good. You know what I mean? Like, it's just easy. But inside zone, 30% of the time, it's 5.5 yards a carry. These guys get smashed with that. So Kyron Williams rushing yards, definitely in play. He's gone over this number. I mean, it is hit rate. So there is that. But if you want, I think you can change it. Yeah. So if you wanted to know how many times he goes over 70, hey, what the hell? Maybe it's bugging out. Yeah. There it is. You know what I mean? And then it shows you the best odds for that since we have our books already set up. If you don't have, this is crazy. Watch this. Travis went for $1.24 on him. Benson didn't do great. So Benson and Connor, they weren't running well. So there is, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you, Mike. Yeah, exactly, Matthew Riley. Dude, that's all we talk about at Thanksgiving this year. I have it on the agenda, Kucher. Just prop find. It's so stupid. Like, it doesn't even make sense that you can do this. But you can see every running back. So Kamara pretty much dog walked him a little bit. Benson got home. I don't know if that's the game they got hurt. So you do kind of got to figure out, is that the game where Connor got hurt? There is that. But Travis Etienne went for $1.24. I think Kyron Williams goes off. People are going to say that it's Blake Corum, and it could be. We can always check. But because he is getting more carries, he's going to get more carries. But I think they priced that in. He did get touches last week, but he didn't do anything with those touches. So there is that too. So you got to watch out. Also, too, the whole inside zone thing. He does work on outside zone, but that's a very small sample size since it's only 23 carries. But he's the outside zone guy. So who knows? But his yardage, let's look at rushing yards. Bang, 29.5. All right. So down here, that's your best number is minus 120 for 29.5. His hit rates are there. Again, I'm not really a big hit rate guy. Like, I don't know. I think every game's different. But if you wanted to get loose, bang. You got Fanatics. You got all these, you know. Yeah, you can do it like this too. I like to see it at the book, though. Do you know what I mean, Mike? So I want to see what the odds are. Yeah, no, exactly, Matthew. Like they're like, oh, Blake Corum's coming up and taking care. Like when you put in perspective how much Kyron Williams plays, like he's a running back that is getting run into the ground. No, I'm with you, Mike. Dude, the guys who made this site have like 4 different ways to do everything. Like they are very thorough. Like it is. Every time I talk to them, I'm just like, dude, you guys have thought of everything. Like I'm just more impressed every single time I talk to them. Like every time you're like, God damn, like you thought of that too, huh? So Corum, if you're an outside zone guy, you think they might get beat on it. There's that. I mean, his number at 40 yards is kind of a lot, but if you want to go down in here, 25 at DraftKings, well, it's like 30 would be the standard. Whoops, I didn't click that. Then you're good there. So 30 is not a lot for a team that should be, you know what I mean? I think, yeah, Tim, that's another angle is the Rams go ahead by enough that, you know, maybe they do split the work a little more down the middle. Not down the middle, but a little more closer to down the middle than they usually do. And Corum will get there on volume. But he could get there outside zone on his outside zone runs, but how many are there going to be? And if you're only looking at like 2 or 3. So if he doesn't get there on those 2, you're done. That's the only thing. So what I took from all this, I don't know. You can dive into the stuff yourself and check it out. Again, it's PropFinder. It's dirt cheap, available to everybody. Link in the description, promo code Slop. Go through it. Find what you find. But my 2 from this are, I think Jake catches at least 3 passes. I think, yeah, I know. I think they both get home, Matthew. And Kendrick Bourne, I got him for 5 receptions at plus money, and then I took him 4+ with Jake at 2+. I think it's going to be one of those nights. I think the 49ers are going to have to throw the ball. I think Mac Jones is more than capable. And I think that instead of going with the chalk McCaffrey, which don't get me wrong, McCaffrey probably has a big night tonight. But at the same time, I think you can get home easier on Jake and Kendrick Bourne because they still have that New England connection with Kendrick Bourne and whatchamacallit. What's Jake's number now? Yeah, I got him at 30 and I got... Oh, wow. Yeah, I got him at 30. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine him not getting just targeted. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you he goes 4 catches, 35, 40 yards. I mean, that's a pretty... Hang on. Yeah, 30+ was even money yesterday. Check this out. Why won't they let me, they won't verify my location. There it is. Yeah. So Bourne, Jake, and then Bourne there, plus 168, and then even money on Jake now. Yeah, so get Jake 27.5 on DK. That's going to move throughout the day. Somebody already said that in the chat, and they are 100% correct. 100%. All right. Nice work, Marv. Marv, throw Splash in your rotation. All right, for DFS. They are kind of soft. Kind of. They're smart because they move stuff, but Jake is 28.5 at Splash right now. And I think we have to do, yeah, I'm not doing Born at that. What's Kyron Williams? Like his standard line, do we know? What do we say it was? I mean, I have the app right in front of me. 65.5 is best. Yeah, nah, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that. If you miss it, you just missed it. I like what you're saying. Yeah, no, Marv, the Splash DFS, the quick picks is pretty good. Like we should have had yesterday. We should have had it with whatchamacallit, Freddie Freeman. Aaron Judge and Freeman were so out of market by the time I put that in on Splash, like 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for each of them. So it didn't win, obviously, but like I said, with the boost, it was like +3 and change. When at the sports books, it was like +206. So I mean, if all of your little two-leggers are +300 like that when they should be +206, you're gonna print. It's just, sometimes they don't always win, but at the same time, they don't always lose either. Yeah, so Jake's only 28.5 yards wise. And they won't give us Bourne receptions. Yeah, Blake Corum's 31.5. What was he at all these other? So 65.5 at Fanatics. I mean, that's kind of shitty, but I think these correlate pretty well. I wonder if is there any boost today? Sorry, I'm on Splash right behind him. I want to get him before they take him down. That's all. I'll show you what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm on Splash. 28.5 is the line, whereas 30.5 is that it's going up to there. I think Williams goes up. I don't like taking 68.5. I hate that. I wish I had another guy that I like later on in the week, but I haven't totally gone through all the guys yet. I like to try to nail down game scripts, and this was the one that I was able to do the best at. Me too, Matthew. Like I'm kind of I don't know, man. I think Kyron Williams might go for 100 tonight. So if you just put that in, you know what I mean? Like, I wish it was a boost. But this should be 200 at the books. That's the only thing. It should be more than 200 at the books. That's the only problem with doing that, with what I have right there. Anyways, let's get back on PropFinder. But that's how I like to use it. Just get it like that. You know what I mean? Underdog 50%. What's the number on Jake at Underdog? Because I think Jake's our guy based on what we've seen here. All right, let's get to MLB real quick. I mean, there's 3 games today. I wish there was 4, but there's not. Yeah. Oh, the other receiver, the Robinson. Okay, so Jake's over there. All right. Because with a boost, now we're talking. Now it's EV. You know what I'm saying? Way EV. It's way better played there than the books. That's the thing you have to Watch out for on those DFS sites. You literally could play it at, you know, hang on. You could literally play it at the books for like more. So why would you play it at a DFS site? Ooh, Kyron's 67.5. Will they let us get Jake's receptions? 3.5 receptions. We don't want that. Oh, Bourne's only 3.5. I think Bourne catches 4 passes tonight. Like, I don't think that's that crazy. Hang on, let me just get this in. Because these are going to move throughout the day, and I'm going to forget to do it. They have fantasy points, too, there. Jake is 6.3. That's crazy. I like the targets, too. Hang on, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. When I say receiving yards, and then Jake. Yeah, 4 times. The max amount you can do is 50. All right, I'm in. All right. This is a day where maybe we get home runs. Yeah, Marv, that's possible. Yep, Obrax, I like that too. You know what I like to do, Obrax? Do the archetype. You know what I mean? Like slot guys they look like slot guys. The outside guys, the big, 6'2" guys, they all like those are different types of receivers, right? And if, you see slot guys like the little dudes just eating against the team, chances are your slot guy for that team is going to eat too. You know what I mean? Or like your big 6'2" guy that, just for whatever reason, they just can't cover the big dudes. Well, that's it. This is the day we could see home runs. Not a lot of aces. I don't know if you've seen the lines on outs, but they are very low. So quick hooks coming today. So yeah, Kenny, that's a good. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's the way I kind of think about it. I feel like it helps. Jack Flaherty versus Slade Ciccone. Flaherty gives up the long ball to basically anybody, but lefties 13 this season, 1.43 per 9. If we do this little thing, this guy, I mean, Valera, Marv, I kind of like that. Backup running back, R2 parlay. The R2 TD. Is Valera a move? I mean, he hit one yesterday. He's already got a home run off Flaherty as well, which is kind of wild. 4-seam fastball, he doesn't hit well, but he hits the knuckle curve. Huh. Yeah, DeMarcus Robinson's is another one. So Slade Ciccone gives it up to the lefty. So maybe we get Barry going today. No green right there for Barry. Damn it, dude. Riley Green, possibly. Wow. Oh, I thought my bad. I thought I said over. I thought you did over 9.5 outs under. Yeah. So you had the little reverse correlation, negative correlation parlay, which are always fun to hit. I'd say we star up Valera just for vibes. See if Riley Green wants to check in off this dude. I think this is kind of vibes. It's not totally, you know what I mean? I mean, Torkelson is a daytime guy. We put Torque in, we take Riley Green's heart away. So Valero and Torque in that game. I mean, Torque's a day guy. Guy hits bombs during the day. Like, what do you want him to do? That's what he does. I love how this is different now. Like, it has all the best prices everywhere, all the places that I can play. Cubs righties, it looks like. Not the Cubs, I'm sorry, Cubs and Padres righties. Yu Darvish, Talon, sorry. Jameson Talon, right-handers. I'd say Manny after yesterday and the other day. Like, it's kind of showing up. Like, you want to go different guy because it, like, just because, like, different guy. Like, you don't want the same guy. But what if it is the same guy? Like, then what? Do you think it's Tatis somebody? Yeah. What if Tatis and Manny go today to just rip the Cubs' hearts out? Like, I think that can happen. What if Yu Darvish just stays in and just deals like that? That's not crazy. Kenny, PCA. Did PCA get a hit yesterday? Anybody know? Because he's the one I took out for Freeman. So he probably got a hit, didn't he? I never checked. Nope. Whew. I would have been mad at him for nothing. My buddy Rometta likes early. All right, so we got, yeah, thank you, Kenny. No, I was going to put him in, and I was like, dude, I can't post this on Twitter because I'm going to get roasted by Kenny. Like, he ain't going to stand for that shit. And I was like, yeah, what am I doing? I'm taking PCA now. I don't like PCA now. He didn't even do anything to me. This guy, Conley early, that's who Rometta likes for strikeouts. I might do it too. It's during bowling too. That's huge. Oh, I like how they have the Dodgers listed. That series is over. Cam, maybe? No. Yeah, he did. We can't forget him. We can't forget Kenny. We'll never forget PCA for that. So Early has yet to give up a home run. The thing is with him is I don't know how long he's going to stay in this game because the second this kid gets in trouble, they're going to yank him. And I'm talking trouble is not the real trouble. Trouble will be like a guy on first. They're like, yeah, you're out. You're like, buddy, like what? Like, remember what they did to Cease yesterday? So the guy was dealing, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you're done. Who's the Red Sox that we like? I don't care. I look at Bregman. I would go Bregman and then look at pitches, but none of that matches up. Look what they have. They have last 15 at bats, exit velocity against this pitch mix. Last 15 barrel. Those I want to see those big numbers. You know what I mean? So they're not really there for us. I would say take Judge or Stanton. Just given the number on Judge, like he's never seen Early. Early's never seen him. Also, too, whenever you see a guy that hasn't pitched a lot, you can look at his other numbers, the hard hit and fly ball. Hard hit from lefties. Fly balls, they get the ball in the air. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, no, Garrett, they're going to keep in the game, you know what I'm saying, through like some trials and tribulations. This kid, they're not. Like I said, this kid, he could give up a bomb early in this game too, and that be a problem. The four seamer. I mean, he's whiffing people on that curveball too. I didn't know where I was going with that, Salir. I don't know. Yeah, I think all that kind of goes out the window in these games, Obrax. Do you know what I mean? He might not be in long enough. I don't love going with the traditional handicap when it comes to uh the third pitcher in the rotation in a must-win playoff game. That guy might see 3 innings. That guy, if he's doing well too, you know what I'm saying? Like they get pulled quick. If you like his strikeouts, you might as well just go with his you might as well just go with his outs over because they're so low. You know what I mean? Like maybe he does start whiffing guys, but just be careful. I'm not saying he's not going to get it. So don't be like, "Oh, dude, I told you, Slade." Dude, I'm not saying he's not going to get it. I'm just saying the traditional handicap of, hey, the Tigers strike out a lot, blah, 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 on the road doesn't totally apply to these playoff games. That's all I'm trying to say. Just because, like, you are 100% right. They do. And then all of a sudden, this manager just pulls the guy after, 2 1/3 because he put a guy on base. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, just be really careful with that. Yeah, I mean, of course he did. But like I said, that's what I'm trying to say. You're using a traditional handicap for a playoff game. Those games, so the 22 out of 23 times this year, none of those games matter just because it's a completely different, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different situation. I mean, 3.5, that's great. Like, but I fall in that same trap. That's why I'm trying to tell you that. Like, I'm not saying, dude, the guy could walk on strike out 9 today and stay in there for 7 innings. Like, that's definitely in play. I'm just saying I fall into that trap too. And then you watch, like I said, you see Cease, what happened to him yesterday. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're just like, wait a minute. Like, that motherfucker didn't come back out? Like, he was dealing. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just like, oh my God. Like, yeah, because they start to really micromanage these. And maybe the Guardians manager doesn't. It's a low enough bar, which is nice, but just be careful, pitcher strikeouts, especially on this day, elimination day with your third rotation guy. It's like, I don't know. It's brutal. I would say outs over for a lot of these guys. We'll look at one more. I got to get the hell out of here. 9.5. You see what I'm saying? 9.5. I mean, there was once he didn't clear it, but look how he was clearing it. Like 24, 21, 17, 16. It's like, oh, no shit. This is way different. Like 9.5 on Novig is wild. Oh, it's minus 333. I wonder what's up with that. We'd have to look into that more. Why would it be 9.5? Why would they show us 9.5? If like 10, I mean, even so, 10.5 is available. You know what I'm saying? 10.5, 11.5 plus money. So to go 4 innings, could he get a strikeout in an inning? Of course he could. Of course he could. He could get 3. He could strike out the side in the first inning. Flaherty, outs, 11.5. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy low. So basically you're saying, hey, is he going to have, look at this. He hits this in 10 out of 10 times, 19 or 18 out of 20. Yeah, that's super sus. There's just so many ways to think about this, man. But one thing you do know is PropFinder it has everything you fucking need. It is crazy. All this is on one screen. Maybe. Kenny, what if he comes out and just starts dealing though? not saying he's gonna, but you know what I mean. Like, what happens? I think this dude hits him over. Let's look at our hearts and get the hell out of here. I got nothing for the Yankees, Red Sox home runs. I had nothing home runs wise. Early, maybe for strikeouts, we'll see, but I have to check. We got Valera, Torque, Manny, and Tatis. You can go up to here, and what you can do is, hang on. Oh, they don't have it there. No big. I don't think they'll let you parlay. Where's FanDuel? It won't let me move it. Anybody know how to do that? Obrax, you figure that out? Yeah, bro. Kenny, you got to be surgical with the outs. Anybody know how to move it over to FanDuel? Like I'm hitting side to side, up, down, it ain't working. Anyways, that's it right there. If you want a little four-legger, that would be hilarious if that hit. King Malik, what's up, dude? You got to rewind, bro. Stream's over. That's going to do it today. We got Jake. I think we have 2+ receptions, and then Kendrick Bourne 4+ receptions. You tie that together at FanDuel, that'll give you plus 112. I think that definitely happens. That's my favorite move of the night. I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm not kind of scared. You know what I mean? So nice, Shalir. That's my move. Jake, 30+ yards was even money. I don't think you're getting that anywhere, but if you're still getting one of those hanging around, now you're good, Malik. Then I would take that. We went through it. You saw everything here at PropFinder, though. If you don't have PropFinder, get a subscription, dude. It's $10, literally a month with promo code Slop. Like that's crazy. We're gonna go right through with NBA. I already talked to the guys that own the site. We're getting NBA, so we'll do NBA Monday through Friday with our NFL games. It's gonna be awesome, but it's even cooler if everyone has it. You know, so we can all look through it and we can all come together and talk about it here with stuff that we already found on the site. I think all of our brains together is huge. So try it out. Like I said, it's right there. Link in the description. Promo code SLOP. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching.